Your entire case is against the village, the VDB secretary only.
The Lordship mentioned notice in that meeting when this election took place. Krishna one was present. And he was a signatory to the list.
Where is that?
Lordship, I have my affidavit. Those.
Anyway, he is making a complaint against somebody. That let the DC decide what is there. But then only against 6, not against 7 to 11. You have not made any complaint against 7 to 11. What you are making some submission, but your documents are saying something else. Then
Yes, Lordship, you may appreciate that. Lordship is way about it. Only after all the members, 6 members as a VTP members are clear, then secretary selections among all those approved by the
correct.
that's a process.
Correct.
So there is a dispute on the selections of the petitioner number 6, who is the village VTP secretary as per the appointment. Now, without clearing that, there are complaints.
No. You're putting the cart before the horse.
No.
You see, a VDP secretary is selected by the VDP.
Yes, members.
Correct?
Yes.
So, unless you challenge the members of the VDP, the selection of the members of the VDP, you cannot challenge the subsequent decision taken.
And in petition, the selection.
You have not challenged the selection of 6 to 11. Then you have got no case. We have got to dismiss your case, it appears. You have got to challenge the selection of the VDP members. Because if you challenge that, then you can say that the secondary or the consequential action is illegal when the first action is illegal. When you don't challenge the initial action, the consequent actions you cannot challenge. It is like this, supposing a secretary to the government can appoint, say, a chokidar. Now, if the secretary appoints the chokidar, supposing you say that the secretary has got no power to appoint the chokidar, then if that is the challenge, then if he has got no power, then his subsequent appointment of Mr. A can be challenged. However, if you say that Mr. A could not have been appointed by the secretary without challenging Mr. A's power, Mr. Secretary's power, then you've got no case here also. You have not challenged the selection of the VDB members. Once you don't challenge the VDB members' power, then their selection, then they can select anybody amongst themselves. What is the case? I think that's his case. That 6 is 6 as secretary challenge, not as a member.
But from the representation, their main grievance is against the chairman only, not against the selection of any of the members.
Because the selection process was under the.
That is not what you have said in your.
They seem to have a personal animus against the chairman. It's especially from
Lordship appreciate that the affidavit filed by the state government also. They have also admitted that it is complaints are still pending disposal.
No, please read your representation at page 18. Please read. It's.
Lord, the Deputy Commissioner, District Bukhana,
Yes.
subject. Complaint against the chairman of Chobo Village for violation of Naran Village Council Act 1978 for selecting a VTP secretary without the consent of the HGP and the VCM of Chobo Village. Respected sir, with the above mentioned subject, we the village council members and the HGP of Chobo Village, we would like to state that we have 4 mature clients in our village who are the landlords of the village. We have a proof of resolution documents in writing in written, the signatory signed with the opposed mind and sound hand. The written resolution is clearly mentioned that a person who violates the law of the village or village council in 1978 will be part to take any part in village council. Whereas Mr. Moyotem Tsuboi, son of L. Insamo Tsuboi, had been selected VTP secretary without the knowledge of the FGP and VCMs on date 19/3/2024 at 9 a.m. in a closed door by the illiterate and autocratic chairman, Mr. Izanimo Tsuboi.
Look, you have only challenged this appointment of this person, this Moithung Sopo, as VDP secretary. You have only challenged, you have not challenged his appointment as a VDP member. VDP secretary is to be appointed by whom?
By the deputy commissioner.
No, Rule 7.
Members of the management committee shall select one among themselves as secretary.
And in fact, may I place one?
So you have not challenged him being a management committee member of the VDP. Once he is a management committee member of the VDP, then the others can appoint him. You have not challenged. You have not. So this is wrong.
Petitioner wanted submitted an application to the deputy commissioner withdrawing that complaint. Now I have enclosed it in my affidavit also. Complaint of 20 March.
No case, Mr. Counsel. I am finding no case.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
have not challenged. You have not challenged the appointment of the VDPs, and you have not. You see, you have not made any statement that the VDP management committee members had illegally appointed so and so. You have not said that. You have only said that this Mr. Ezanimio Sopo,
Chairman.
his actions are illegal. That's all. You have not said anything. There's no case, Mr. Counsel.
Lordship, if the Lordship may us rightly observe that since there is a pending in respect of that VTP secretary, it's at least a complaint is there. If the Honorable DC can also dispose the
The Lordship may
by
have
not
for once. If
yes, Lordship.
it pleases. Counter affidavit of the private responses. Page 45. This is a type copy of the
Yes, 45, yes.
This is the application submitted by the petitioner one, withdrawing this complaint of 20th March 2020.
And this has not been controverted.
No rebuttal, sorry.
Lordship,
There's no rejoinder affidavit also. And regarding his presence in the meeting, there's no rebuttal.
Lordship, I have made a complaint in respect of that the chairman and the respondent party has obtained my signature in a plan. I have made a complaint that is also included in my petition.
But you have withdrawn your complaint, one complaint of 2003.
And on affidavit, he ought to have filed a rejoinder because it was not done.
Lordship, that complaint I have specifically mentioned that my signature has.
Okay, anyway, right, where are we? Just read. No, from the beginning. That's all.
The Gauhati petitioners that in terms of the rule 4B of the village development model rules, I think it is the rules. The village concept is to select and choose members of the village development.
Choose members of the village development board. No?
Management committee.
Management committee, not members. It's a management committee of the village development boards.
Petitioner council submitted in Soko village. There are 5 members of the village council. The petitioner number 1 is the head ground and is the other ex-official member of the village council. Petitioner number 2 is also member of the village council. It submits that the 2 petitioners do not have thinking of selection of the respondents.
6 to 11.
And members of the village development group.
As as management committee members of the village development. Hmm.
And as such, we have submitted a representation date 2024 to the Commissioner of the District to take action against selection
Of the respondent number 6 to 11. Next paragraph. Mr. L. Uralu, learned counsel for the response number 6 to 11, submits that a reading of the representation submitted by the petitioners shows that no challenge has been made to the selection and appointment of the respondents number 6 to 11 as management committee members of the VDBs in the representation submitted by the petitioners. Though a prayer has been made in the writ petition, there has been no prior representation against the respondents number 6 to 11 in the petitioner's representations, except for respondent number 6. Full stop. He submits that the complaint made by the complaints as representation dated 20/03/2024 made by the petitioners have also been withdrawn by them on 25/5/2024 by the respondent number, by writ petition number 1. This fact, which has been stated in the affidavit in opposition, has not been controverted by the petitioners convened. Stop. I have heard the counsels for the parties. The representations made by the petitioners do not indicate that he has made any challenge to the appointments of the respondents number 6 to 11 as management committee members of the VDBs, Village Development Board, VDBs. So, the challenge is only with respect to the appointment of the respondent number 6 as secretary of the management committee of the VDB. VDB. He submits that in terms of Rule 7 of the rules, the members of the management committee can select one amongst themselves to be the secretary of the management committee, which has been done. And where the petitioner number 1 was also present, correct?
Yes.
Next, first up. He accordingly submits that there being no merit in the writ petition, the same has to be set aside. Full stop. I have heard the counsels for the party. A reading of Rule 4B shows that a management committee of the VDB is to be chosen by the village council and the management committee of the VDPs are to select one from amongst themselves to be the secretary in terms of Rule 7 of the rules. Full stop. In the present case, when there is no challenge made by the respondent number, but by the petitioners, to the selection of the respondents number 6 to 11 as management committee members of the VDB, comma. The petitioners cannot challenge the selection of the respondent number 6 as secretary by the other management committee of the VDB, comma, who are the respondents numbers 7 to 11. So, sir. The issue as to whether the respondents, the issue as to whether the respondents number 6 to 11 have been have been chosen in terms of Rule 4B, not having been put to challenge. This court does not find any ground to set aside the impugned order dated itself. Sir.
It's too late.
Accordingly, India the reason said about this. The writ petition stands dismissed. Yes, sir.
Advocate ita ulas.
No, what are you before the